What is up, man?
Hey, how's it going, man?
I am here tonight. I apologize wholeheartedly to everyone that was there last night. I put up my community page, but I forgot to put it on StreamYard. I didn't realize until it'd been a little bit. So, nope, it hadn't been changed, Russell. Here, it usually doesn't change. Last night was just a bad, shitty day, and I would not have been very much company on the watch. So, reschedule it for next week. But I have several different ways that I'm going to make up for it. So, how was everybody this evening? Uh,
Yeah, we got a few people in the chat. We got Ginja Ninjas here. Russell's here.
yeah,
It's showing 5 people, but yeah, so far we got a
six.
few people there.
Yep, just having school. Yes, here tonight. Yes, absolutely. I was looking forward to opera. I decided opera was going to be the last one of the Italian watches, and then I'll just mix some in here and there because I'm kind of wanting to move on. I've been doing this for like 11, 12 weeks now, and I just want to, I just want to get it moving on.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do. What you just
Yeah,
said, I agree with you.
yeah. I've been doing it for a long time, and it has been that marathon, and I've enjoyed it. But damn. Um, so how's it been going, man? How's your week been?
Pretty good, man. No complaints. Had a pretty good holiday. Quiet holiday. It's hung out with my dad and some of his friends or whatever, and his girlfriend, but other than that, yeah, pretty quiet holiday or weekend,
Hey,
I guess
cool,
you could say.
cool. Phil in the chat, what's going on? Or what's going on, Phil? How you doing?
Yeah,
And just
Phil's creepy vids is here.
green theme, yes, green theme. I also have I just happen to have three different shades of this green. So I also got three different shades of red that I'll do another time. I swear to God, in a former life, I was probably a fucking cheerleader, man. Rah rah rah. Uh, yeah, black and green, man. I'm what about how many weeks late? About a month late on the whole green theme, but fuck it, here I am. Tonight, Stuart Gordon's Dolls, man. Anybody that doesn't know, Stuart Gordon did great films like From Beyond, The Animator, Castle Free, shit like that. And it's also produced by Trolls Band, that of course did the Puppet Masters and all that kind of stuff. Um, Brian Yuzna, that was also a part of all that, is also a producer. He worked with Stuart Gordon a lot.
He even directed some films outside of the horror genre too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got quite a resume actually. Um, yeah, this came out in 1987. Something that I didn't realize until I watched this over. I was checking out the making of on this, and I noticed that Stephen Lee that plays Ralph in here, the good guy, the bigger dude, he passed away in 2014. I didn't realize that.
I
Hey
didn't
man,
know that at all.
yeah, he died. Yeah, and the chick that plays the bitch in this, the bitch wife, the rich bitch wife that you know, uh,
Isn't
such,
that Stuart Gordon's wife?
yeah, yeah, yep, Carolyn Purdy Gordon.
Yeah, she's in pretty much all his movies, I think.
Yep,
Like, I think
yep.
there might be like one or two that she's not in, but for the most part, she's usually in all of his movies. But yeah, she's a good actress, good character actress.
She plays a really good asshole. I know that. This
Yeah,
woman throughout the duration of this makes you want to strangle her on a regular basis.
like her and Adrienne Barbeau could definitely go up against each other for like
Yeah.
top bitch in a horror movie. You know what I mean?
Oh man, yeah. And the only time I really seen Adrienne Barbeau play a bitch was in Creep Show, but damn, did she do a good job.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she's
Tell you what,
also like kind of like that in Two Evil Eyes too.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
And
I forgot about that one.
she's like like she's kind of like an extension of Billy a little
Right.
bit from
Just not quite as
Creep
drunk.
Show. So
Just not quite as
Mayanne's
drunk.
here. Hello, Mayanne.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I waited a man here a minute ago. Uh, but yeah, very sorry about last night, guys. I did put up on my community post, but I forgot to change it on StreamYard, and I was late getting in there. I thought about it, and I thought, did I change it on StreamYard? And I went over and checked it out and seen people been chatting in the chat talking. I was like, oh hell.
I mean, you
So
think about it, it was a holiday anyway. It was Memorial Day, so like a lot of people were probably out doing shit anyway. So
and
you
and I
know,
had a shit holiday too, to the point to where I knew I wasn't going to make for a good watch. I knew it just was not going to be successful. I was going to be half shitty all the way through it. So that's why I was scheduled to begin with. I just didn't change it on everything. But
that's all good, man.
yeah, dolls. Tonight I'm watching the Scream Factory edition. Scream Factory Blue with the slip of dolls. Fantastic movie. Anybody who hasn't seen this, you're in for a treat. It's a badass movie. In my opinion, the best creepy doll movie there's ever been made. So, hey, Kal-El, what's going on?
Oh, Cal's here. What's
Yeah,
up, Cal? Good to see you here, Cal. Gretchen's here. Gretchen Dar.
that's my fiance. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that. I gotta remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I always see the name there, and I always forget who it is, though.
Is is this on that look.com or?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I forgot. I gotta share that out in a second, but this is available on lookmovie.com.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
I see
get
where it was
that
on.
right now.
I see where it was on Tubi, but I figured that people would much prefer to that way everybody's kind of watching along at the same time.
Yeah, Look Movie is pretty smooth overall, man.
Undead of the Night. Hey, what's up? What is going on? What the team says thought that the stream was on your channel. Found it now. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, like I say, anybody that hasn't seen this is in for a treat because it's a really fun one. It's really well made. It's got a really good story. You know, what I mean, you got a morality story in there as well,
So,
and
oh shit, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you got a couple characters that you just hate in it, but then you got just as many in it that you know what I mean, that you really do like, that really balances out. The ones you hate makes you love the ones that you love even more.
Yeah, Tom from the Undead of Night is here.
Tom, hey, what's up? So there it is on Look Movie. If anybody needs a little bit of time to get that together,
Yeah, I just dropped the link from for lookmovie.com, so
yeah, I
I
see it.
say give it a few minutes or something like that for some more people to show up.
If anyone hasn't seen it, Nightbreed 4K just got announced on a pre-order on the Shop Factory site. It's the first time ever that I've ever seen on one of the packages they're offering art cards or lobby cards. Um, but it's in a real expensive package. You know, one package you get like the 4K Blu-ray combo, and then you get like two different slipcovers and two different posters, and it's like 40 some bucks. Or you get the other package where it comes with all that and the lobby cards and the pins, but it's like 130. So take your pick, I guess. And speaking of May, I don't know if I talked about it live or not yet, but May was announced for Second Sight. So we just last week we were talking about how it needed a better release. It's definitely going to get it. It's got the full limited edition Second Sight coming out.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely seen that one. I haven't seen the Nightbreed set yet.
Anybody that likes this, it's getting a hell of an upgrade. Second Sight does good work. I'm looking forward to a pre-order that I have out there, man, of Burial Ground, 4K of Burial Ground from 88 Films. I pre-ordered that a month ago, but
Yeah, I had the Severin Films Blu-ray for
yeah,
Burial Ground.
yeah, that's a pretty good one. I'm not quite sure what the hell they could do with it on 4K. You know what I mean? I
You
mean,
know, that's why I'm not. There's certain films I'm not jumping for. If I already
really?
have it on Blu-ray and
Hey,
I'm
DVD.
satisfied with like a 4K scan or just the 2K scan, you know, really depends. And like a movie like Burial Ground, I'm not jumping on a 4K of that. Like
right.
there's
But I
also
mean,
a 4K out there for Hell of the Living Dead. You
yeah,
know, like
exactly.
that's a cool movie. I have it on Blu-ray already. I'm not gonna go out and get the 4K. Like, just not.
Right.
Like how many copies of a really bad movie do you need? I think one is enough.
Right. Well, it just depends on how bad you consider it to be. You know what I mean? Um, I'm a real big fan of Burial Ground, so I just wanted to. And since 88 Films was doing it, and it felt the slip and everything, I said, "Fuck it, and go ahead, went ahead and did
Yeah,
it." Um, just like
Burial
I did
Ground
Kingdom
is
of Wonder.
it's yeah, like Burial Ground's definitely an iconic zombie movie or an iconic Italian zombie movie. So
I'm looking forward to Living Dead at Manchester Morgue to get an upgrade. They had I think it was well it was just a year or two back they put out that steel book from Synapse, and that was a really good
yeah,
copy of it. So
I had
it was,
the they did a 4K scan on that,
mm-hmm.
and I waited for the standard release to come out. It comes in a black case. I have it somewhere around here.
Always do a countdown, man. Always, I
Here it
promise.
is, right here.
Yeah,
That's the Synapse Films standard case or standard edition for Living Dead at Manchester Morgue.
here's the here's the steel book. And there's the slip. Beautiful steel book,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I remember seeing that online, the artwork for that, but I decided to pass on it. But that, dude, that is really nice, and that slipcover that comes with it, I think all steelbooks should come with some kind of slipcover like that.
Help protect it. Yeah. For the first time in a long time, Devious Diva in the chat. What is going on? Think she ain't been around in like a year or so. Been hitting up Instagram lately. Talked to her a couple times. Talking about maybe doing something in the future here. So nice to see you. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Devious Diva.
Yeah, it's been a while since she's been with me. I mean, like a year or more. Yeah, probably about a year. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I just got done telling man that she knows I always do. I always do a countdown. I haven't never missed a countdown. And I'll ask 500,000 times if everybody's ready before I even start. So I'm going to do a countdown.
Well, sometimes it's just like a miscommunication. Maybe you might like say it real quick, and somebody just will go right over their head. Like that's usually what happens. Because it was like last week. I remember you had a watch party going on, and I was right with her. Like I was like I don't even remember hearing a countdown or seeing a countdown or whatever. We had to like pause the movie and like started or get caught up on it.
Are you talking about last Tuesday, or are you talking about because you was with me on Alligator?
Yeah, I don't think maybe it might have been like Tenebrae or something like that. I forget.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
something
because
like that.
yeah, I swear to God, I did count it down, and there were two or three
But
people that didn't hear, but everybody else did.
yeah, I think we all just didn't hear you clearly on it. That's probably what happened. But I remember like thinking like, all right, it looks like the movie started, so I'm just gonna start mine. That's why I didn't say anything at first. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna start it. But we fixed that problem.
Let me get you the regular myself to the regular menu
I
here.
don't know if Juno's stopping by, but I'm sure he'll stop by at some point. He usually does. I'm gonna share the link again.
All right. Yeah. Wow. I forgot this thing came out that long ago. 2014.
Yeah, I actually, I missed out on the slipcover from Scream Factory, but I managed to get the Blu-ray before it actually, it's out of print now. You can't even get the Blu-ray now.
Yeah, I know.
But I managed to get that before that went out of print. Like I remember paying I think I paid like $18 for it. Like I paid like a really fair price for it. It was like 18, maybe $20 I paid for it. But there was
Yeah,
no slipcover, of course.
yeah. It's when this came out. This is back when it was like $23 or $24 for the Blu-ray and with the slip and the poster. Yeah, I've got the I had the poster too. So and it was like 23 or $24 back then.
If they do a 4K of dolls, that means you'll actually get the original poster.
True.
Thinking of that right now, like if they do a 4K for dolls, like it'll actually be that doll, like that girl's head on the front cover of the poster. That'd be a pretty cool poster to have.
Oh hell yeah.
Did you
Plus it's
order the Creep Show one?
yep.
You got the
With
poster coming with it too?
both posters. Yep.
Nice.
What's
That's
this
gonna
guy?
be a nice poster.
She's on a stoner who likes horror and slasher movies. I understand. I totally get it.
Hey, I'm a
If
stoner that likes horror movies, so man, welcome.
for a decade in particular, Diva. I am split between 70s and 80s. I like them both equal. They both had their definitely both had their upsides. Most
I would
people,
actually agree with that. Like the 70s probably is my favorite decade for horror, but I still think 81 was like the best year for horror in general. Like slasher films,
right?
monster movies, like so much good shit came out in 1981 in my opinion.
Definitely. That was probably that was the year for slashers. That was its peak. 70s you had the shit that couldn't be released in the 80s. You had a lot of the rougher shit. You had a lot more of the grindhouse and stuff. And then the 80s you had the slashers. So I think 70s and 80s are equal, just different.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, Tom, on the Screen Factory site, on the Shop Factory site, they got the 4K of Creep Show up for pre-order. Comes out like next month, I think.
Yeah, I think they also have like a certain kind of package deal where you get like two different slip covers.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
But I just think that deal's a little ridiculous. But the slip covers are nice.
See.
But yeah, I still gotta like I'm probably just gonna get the standard release with the slip cover, but I still gotta pre-order that. That doesn't even come out till like end of next month, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
And the pre-order finally went up for the Needful Things 4K.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
But the reason why I'm looking forward to that is because we're finally gonna get that long cut.
Yeah.
We're finally gonna get multiple cuts of the movie in one release.
Who's putting it out?
Kino Lorber.
Lover's pretty good, man.
So Ginger's going back to work. Thank you for stopping by as always.
Yeah. He'll be back. Yeah.
Yeah, he always stops back.
I completely agree with that, Todd. I think I've said this a million times. I think Dolls is the best creepy doll movie ever made, man.
GM Lights here. What's up, buddy?
Yeah. Good pick. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. See, I
Hi,
just said back
Christian's
to work.
here.
We'll be back. Um, but yeah. If everybody's ready, um, I'll go ahead and get this rolling. If anybody needs any more time, let me know.
Yeah, I dropped the link down there, so if anybody wants to watch it and you don't own it, all you have to do is just click on that link.
All right. I guess I'll go. All right, now here I go. All right. You ready, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Play.
The do you remember the old song "Take on Me" from Uh-huh?
Yeah.
They, that blonde that's in that video is the blonde punk chick.
Oh, she's actually in that music video?
She's the chick in the video. You know when they're doing the drawings and they're
Right.
kind of that's her.
No shit. Isn't that like one of the first videos ever played on MTV, I think was that video?
That's
I
an early
could
one.
be wrong on that, but I think it might have been.
That was 84, 85. Yeah. So you know, that would have been a little bit later then. So I mean, it wasn't one of the first, but I mean, it was definitely in the early years of it because I do believe MTV came out in what 82 or something, 83, 81,
Yeah, yeah,
84 maybe.
I forget. I forget the year exactly. Yeah, the little girl in this movie, like she really carries this movie.
Yeah,
And then
he
it's
does
like,
good, man.
it becomes like her and like one other person really carrying this movie.
Yeah, she has really good chemistry with Stephen Lee, man. Because he's just basically a big kid.
Yeah.
See, you got John Carl Bushler does shit in here too, man.
Yeah, it's like for the most part, like I would say like pretty much all the characters besides a couple, they really do bring themselves down to like a child's level in this movie.
It's so well done, man.
There's obviously a couple that don't. You know what I'm talking about, but
Right. And like I say,
but
the people you dislike a lot, but the people you like a lot. You know what I mean?
that just tells you how well acted this movie is. It's portrayed very well.
Oh, definitely.
But I remember it took me quite a while to actually want to rent this movie at the video store. Like this is one of those movies I would look over a million times because I'd be like, I don't what's this movie Dolls? Like it just wasn't like ringing like up my alley, you know what I mean?
I
But
see. This is
eventually
one.
I ended up renting it in like the mid 90s. I think I rented this, like maybe around like 1995. I think I rented this on VHS.
Yeah. I went over to a friend's house. It was when I first seen it. A friend of mine. It was like around Halloween. It was in October of 1988, and I went over to a friend of mine's house. This one chick that I was really good friends with. Her and me and three or four other friends, and she rented VHSs for us to watch. And this is one of them that we watched. And that's when I first seen it.
Nice. But I just remember being like quite surprised by it. Like I really like I wasn't like thinking it was gonna be a shitty movie, but I was like, I just didn't have like great expectations for it.
Yeah, we all got caught up into watching it. We were all bullshitting, and next thing you know, we were all quiet, paying attention.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing. You know what I mean? That's always smart. If you can calm down 5 or 6, 14, 15-year-olds and make them pay attention to a movie, it's an interesting movie.
And at some points in this movie, it does start to work like a slasher.
Kind of, yeah. My favorite part is is the toy soldier. I'll just put it like that for people who hasn't seen it. I won't ruin it, but the toy soldier scene is really cool.
There's a lot of good stuff like that.
Yeah, that one's one of my favorites.
Like all like the miniatures and puppets that they actually worked with, and the dolls, like
Yeah,
such good work in this movie.
good stop motion by a dude named David Allen.
Yeah, and that shit still holds up too, man. The stop
Oh, it does.
motion.
It does. Always will, man. I good stop motion will always have a place. It's really the first ever special effects, man, with stop motion. I mean, you go all the way back to the silent movies of that shit.
Yeah, all I know is the first time I saw this, I hated these parents so much, but it was because they were portrayed very well in the movie. It's not like I hate the actors, but almost like you almost do like want to hate the actors in a way. Like that's you know what I mean? That
These
they're
two are
doing their
assholes.
role so well. It's like, actually fuck that dude. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, I mean, and you got to think this is her stepmom, but that's her real dad, and he's
Yeah.
just as fucking mean to her as the stepmom. I
Yeah,
was
like
watching, I was watching the making of this, and they patterned her after Cruella Deville.
she does have the whole like fur jacket look and everything, so
They was writing
this
the character.
yeah,
That's what it was about.
this is like I don't know, man. This is like a Disney horror movie in a way, you know?
Yeah, yeah. She is. You can just see it. You
She's
can see
got
it.
the
That's what you
exact
do.
look, you know?
Yeah, there she is. She's got a great imagination too, man. It's good.
And this, if I remember correctly, I think this movie is only like an hour and 18 minutes long, something like that. It's
77
not
minutes.
really a very long movie.
77. Yeah, and it flows so well. It doesn't even seem that long. Foster Bear. What the fuck, man? Timestamp,
Yeah,
man. We are at 6 minutes and 45 seconds.
yeah, I'm right around there, like 6:50 now.
Sounds great. See, this is her imagination's way of taking care of these two.
Dude,
Yeah,
this scene is so crazy.
this is her way of taking care of them. It's like, and that's the only thing he's worried about is his bitch wife. Why? Because he loves her? No, because she's got a lot of money, and
Good
she's
in the
obviously smart enough
barrel.
to not put it in the will. She's obviously smart enough to have a prenup, you know. So he's not going to get me. She's gone. He don't get none of the money.
Yeah, right. That's his money pit right there.
Meal ticket, yeah. It's like, why does he even get the kid if he doesn't want to fuck with her?
I know, they do such a good job at being disconnected from each other in this movie.
Yeah.
Like it's almost hard to believe that they're actually related, but apparently they are.
She obviously like her mom, yeah. I would love. I remember when I was seen this when I was 15. I instantly wanted to just kick this fucking guy's ass, and it hasn't changed any. I still want to get his ass kicked his back.
Yeah, Stuart Gordon does a good job of making sure you hate these parents.
You got a sweet little girl there, you know what I mean, and you're fucking mean to her and shit.
Now, I could be wrong, but like that almost looks like the same house in the movie From Beyond.
It does.
Like I don't know if it is, but I never bothered to like actually look that up either. But like when I watch those two movies, I always think like, yo, is that the house from
Right.
Dolls? Like, it
Right.
looks just like it.
Well, I mean, Stuart Gordon's big on the gothic side of shit too. You know what I mean? A castle freak. You know what I mean? He likes that gothic feel. Well,
Yeah,
he liked that the gothic feel. Unfortunately, he's another one that's no longer with us.
yeah. I
A lot
forget
of them.
what the hell they call that. The Victorian style houses, like the mansions and shit.
Right. He just an ass kissing fucking bitch, man. This guy, man. Going on, Echo, man. How's it going?
Echo's here. What's up, Echo? Echo, Echo, Echo.
Everybody, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, man. Much appreciated.
Yeah, I think we started the stream with like 5 right off the bat.
Yeah, that's why I always try to schedule for 05. Kind of like Superstation WTBS back in the day. They always used to have their shows at like 6:05. It gives you the extra 5 minutes to get your shit together. It gives and especially if you're collabing with somebody, it gives time for you two to get together, get shit together, and get on.
Timestamp is 10:30.
Yep, I'm at 10:30.
Asking again? I don't know if she was asking again. Yeah, timestamp I have is 10:45. And counting.
Oh yeah, I did you not hear me answer you a little bit ago, man?
I think I
swear
don't
I did.
know. Maybe she was just asking again. Who knows?
Having some technical difficulties or something? Just making sure you're in the right place. Or...
So we got a response here from Todd Christian, who's saying this might be controversial, but I prefer Dolls over any of the Child's Play films. Just a
Yep.
better crafted film and a much more interesting story. That's an interesting opinion right there. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, just like
I can definitely respect that opinion because I love the movie Dolls, but I probably like Child's Play just a little bit more if I like thinking about that right off the top of my head. But man, Dolls, like I agree with you though, it is a very well crafted movie.
This is my favorite with any kind of doll in it. This is my favorite one. So I completely agree with Todd.
Now, I think Dolls might be my favorite Stuart Gordon movie. It's that or Reanimator. It's like one of those two has to be my favorite Stuart Gordon movie. But that's a good response there. Like that's really interesting opinion.
You say you're at 12:07. Okay, that puts you right about with us then, man. Yep, that's cool.
And yeah, Russell just mentioned Demonic Toys. That's another pretty cool full moon movie.
Yeah, that's funny because just like I put in the description, Charles Band is the main producer of this, so you know what I mean, and he's the creator of the Puppet Master, so and Demonic Toys and Doll Man, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he also ran Empire Pictures. Remember Empire Pictures?
Yeah.
When you see that logo on the screen. And then his brother did most of the soundtracks.
Richard, yeah. This is made for $2 million, but only made 3.5 million. So it only made 1.5 million off it. But, hey, at least it didn't lose, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was filmed in Italy.
It sounds like it just might have made its money back.
Yeah.
But I bet you in the long run it didn't. It might say that, and I bet you the exact number is probably like off by like a couple G's or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always hard to believe numbers, especially online.
Yeah. Speaking of Puppet Master, this dude here was in Puppet Master 2 and 4 and 5.
Right.
He's also in an old classic 1960s film called Mr. Sardonicus.
Is he in the third one too, or no?
No, just 2, 4,
Third
and
Puppet
5.
Master?
2, 4, and 5, I think. And retro and shit like that. But no, I don't think he's in the first one. He's definitely not in the first. No, I don't think he's in the third. No.
See, he's got the look and the right voice. Like I forget his name, that actor, the old guy. the actual doll maker in this movie.
Right.
I forget
Right
his
at
name, but like he's
right
like,
at
he got the
15 minutes.
perfect look and the right delivery, like the sound of his voice. Like he is like the perfect role for this movie.
I'm right at a little, just about 10 seconds past 15 minutes. Just in case. Just a tad, about 15 and a half minutes now. Yeah, I'm gonna do Intruder here in a few days, man. Probably Sunday night.
Okay, I'll try. Yeah, I'll try to be there for that. I haven't seen that in a while. That's a fun slasher right there, man.
Yeah, nobody ever talks about it.
Yeah, I mean, some, the right people, the right horror fans, they do mention it, but you're right overall. It's not really talked about well enough.
Yeah, classic Mr. Punch doll. It's funny because those dolls you had Punch and Judy, and her name's Judy in this. So it's like
I think the Punch doll is actually pretty creepy.
it is. Yeah,
Like with that giant hook nose and the chin coming all the way out. Just he looks
yeah.
creepy as shit, man.
There's a 1980s anthology called Scream Time. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's one particular story about a puppeteer and his Mr. Punch and Judy doll.
Why do I? That sounds familiar. I think that was like only available on VHS. I think Scream
Yeah,
Time.
yeah, it went straight to that, and then it was on about 10 or 12 years ago or something. It was on Netflix.
Huh.
Last night, it is on Prime though, I do believe. Well, it was about 6 months ago. But it's hard to get a hold of, man.
Yeah,
It's hard.
Russell just mentioning the Anthony Hopkins movie with Magic. Remember that
Magic.
one with
Yep,
the
yep,
ventriloquist?
yeah. That
Yeah,
was
I
a
had that. I
pretty
had that
young.
somewhere in my collection.
That was young Anthony Hopkins, man. Hell yeah, late
That's
'70s,
another one. Like he carries that whole movie.
definitely. I remember seeing that as a kid. It was one of the few that creeped me out, man. Of course, at that time we didn't know who Anthony Hopkins was, really.
But that's another forgotten one that nobody ever talks about.
Mm-hmm. Screen Factory also announced Coma. You remember Coma? They're putting Coma out on 4K.
What is it spelled with a K or a C?
C.
I had to
It
see the
was made
artwork
in the
to
late
see if
'70s.
I'm familiar with it.
It was made in the late '70s. It's a weird film, man.
Is it like a limited edition? Are they only putting out like a certain number of it?
I'm not sure. I see it on Instagram. Not for sure.
That might be one of those limited ones.
I'm not sure if it has slip or anything like that. I don't know.
You know what 4K I would actually like to get? That Streets of Fire one, that Walter Hill movie.
I got that on Blu-ray with a
Do
young
you
blonde
really?
kid. Yep.
I would like to get the whatever, the 4K or the Blu-ray. I would really like to get that one.
Yeah. I got that on Blu-ray, and I got that at the same time as I got Valley Girl. Valley Girl is a fun one. It's got Deborah Foreman from My Chauffeur and April Fool's Day in it, and it's got young
Yeah,
Nicolas Cage in it.
yeah, I've seen Valley Girl before.
Like Gag Me with a Spoon. Yeah, that blonde right there. That's the blonde from the video Take on Me. That's her. They're so disrespectful. These two are, man. Look, just wiping the dolls off the side. Put the fucking radio.
Just mindless idiots.
Yeah, and then they crank the music. Just these people give them a place to stay, out of the rain, out of the weather, and they come in and treat their shit like that.
I know, right?
It seems unrealistic to me in a way because I can't imagine behaving that way, but I know some people do, and it's like
See, like like back then though, like people were like some people weren't like this, nice enough to let people in their house and shit. And,
This is why they don't.
I don't know, but you don't see that shit anymore in modern day. Like nobody's acting like this in modern day. But if you like really put this story in like 1960 or 70, maybe, like
Right.
yeah, I could buy that. I could buy this really happening at that time.
Right. Well, I mean, well, it's just it's like I say, it's because of shit like this, and people ripping you off, and people turn out to be fucking maniacs and shit. It's why people won't help anymore, man. It just doesn't pay to help somebody. You get fucked over in the end, and that's too bad. That's too bad. The world is, you know,
Yeah,
people, there's exceptions, but it all starts out with how you raise your kids, man. Raise your kids to have respect and be considerate of others, and you won't have nearly as much of that. Of course, you're gonna have psychos still, but you won't have motherfuckers coming in disrespecting and stealing your shit if you teach your kids right.
right.
Street Fire is a good one, man. A young Michael Parr, Diane Lane, Willem Dafoe. Michael Parr, of course, played Eddie from Eddie and the Cruiser. He's also in the Philadelphia Experiment, a few other movies.
And
And
speaking
Diane
of
Lane.
Willem Dafoe, they also Kino's also releasing To Live and Die in L.A. on
Jesus,
4K.
that motherfucker will never be. He's like he's kind of like Morgan Freeman. You know what I mean? He's in like everybody. Like Morgan Freeman when he was a little younger, how he was in everything.
Yeah,
Like if Morgan Freeman wasn't in it, he was narrating.
yeah, definitely.
And Will Dafoe's gotten to be like that, man. He's in everything, which is cool with me, man, because I never get sick of seeing him, man.
Yeah, he's underrated too, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Always willing to tackle any role.
and does very successfully. Timestamp, just so nobody has, is about 22 and a half minutes. Here, see, this guy's like a big kid. This is what he's playing out. This guy is this Stephen Lee, man, the guy that plays guy that plays Ralph. He's kind of like Scooby Doo gang Freddy Cat. You know what I mean? He's got that vibe to him. Like he would have fit perfectly with Shaggy and Scooby.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
kind
like
of just like dim-witted. You know what I mean?
yeah, he's a little kid, man. He's just a big kid. Like you
Like
can
even
literally
if
see
those
him.
like even if those two girls were with like all about him, he wouldn't know what to do with them. You know what I mean?
Oh
He
hell
would have
no,
no idea.
hell no. He's definitely a big virgin, yeah. Like they would have to get they'd have to get forceful with him and actually put him through a fucking like a tutorial or some shit.
Yeah, he didn't go to school for phys ed. They didn't teach him that. They didn't teach him how the world goes round.
No, he's still a kid, man, and that's why he hits it off so good with little Judy. You know what I mean? It's just like they're just a couple kids. Like she may be a little more mature than him.
Love how that old lady's just like she's naturally creepy with everything she says.
She's wise to him too, man. She knows they're up to no good. She knows they're not.
That old lady is also in that movie Don't Look Now with
Yep.
Donald Sutherland.
Mm-hmm. And
I
Julia
forget her
Christie.
name,
Uh,
but
uh,
she's in a couple other horror movies too. I think she's like in an Amityville movie.
her name is Hillary Mason.
Okay. I think she might have been in one of the Amityville movies
Maybe
or The Omen or something.
she was also in Midsummer. 1975 movie called The Devil Within Her. Checked out the shot Lisa Creep show. The enamel pin set interesting, but it's expensive. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just I mean, just to jump up, just to the pins and the art cards, man, it's like an extra $100 almost. And I mean, Gutter Guards makes the pin set, but damn. And by the time you get that shit shipped to Canada, man, it's gonna be a lot more. Because hell, just to get the shit shipped from like second site over in the UK to here is like a $20 fucking shipping charge.
Yeah, like I don't know, that creep show, that bundle or whatever it is, like it's not appealing at all.
No, no. The one I have is the one with the 4K and the two slips. I don't have all the pins and all that shit. Just the slips. Of course, the posters just come with it. But the two slips and the 4K, that's the one I have. Just because I like that new artwork.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I haven't got one of the big bundles yet. Probably won't, man. I'm not gonna pay an extra $100 for some pins, you know.
Yeah, and then an extra slip cover that you gotta find somewhere to put. Like I think they should try doing more of the figure bundles
Mm-hmm.
where like they have a figure or whatever, and then have the movie with a special slipcover,
Yeah.
like different from the regular release, and that's it. Just do something like that. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like they do the figures as much as they were doing them.
No, they done the Stevie Wayne. It's like the only one in the last year. Oh, speaking of that, I got an email from Shop Factory saying they're getting ready to finally getting ready to ship out the Stevie Wayne figure. So anybody that ordered that, you'll be receiving it soon. Finally, after us ordering it in September.
They kept you hanging on that one.
Yeah, they some about it was made over in China, and with their restrictions, is why it took so long and some shit. I asked them about it every other month, every since fucking like Christmas.
Got to the point where you're sending them Christmas cards every year.
Yeah, I finally told them like,
Hey,
look,
Merry
is this
Christmas!
gonna
But
happen?
got any updates?
Yeah, it's like, is this gonna happen or not? Because if not,
No, I hear you, man.
that's like
I've
8 months
had, I
ago.
mean, like everybody as a collector, I think has waited some crazy amount of time for something. I mean, I've waited over a year for something before, so yeah,
This figure better be a
shit
bad.
happens.
This figure better be a bad motherfucker.
Actually, I remember I waited pretty much 11 months for the Creep Show 40th anniversary NECA figure. I
Yeah,
remember I ordered that from the Big Bad Toy Store. It's like, what the fuck, dude? But like, it finally came. But Jesus Christ, 11 months? Like,
well
what
the
the fuck?
Mezco Leatherface. It was supposed to be shipped to us like last fall, and it is still on pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store. I haven't seen anybody doing reviews for it, so I don't think anyone's got it yet. But
Like, I know, like, COVID hit a lot of people and a lot of companies pretty hard, but
yeah,
it's always hard to figure out like why like certain shit like this happens.
almost 30 minutes. In case anybody's wondering. Yeah, when adults start looking at it, that's creepy too. When the eyes follow her and then it smiles.
Yeah, dude, it's all about the
Oh,
facial, like the facial expressions on the dolls' faces in this movie. It's like the creepiest things in the world.
yeah, when it panned in and showed in camera angle again, it showed all the dolls had turned their heads toward her, so
Yeah,
they're watching her steal this shit.
and they're just sitting there like all subtle, like
Just waiting, yeah.
that box keeps opening up, man.
Especially don't want to steal that.
I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Uh, yeah, you're right, man. Slipcover would be at least damaged. Yeah, definitely. Just stick with your DVD, huh, Russell? Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. So 99 US, 139 Canadian. Wow.
All right, I'm back.
That's for smart. Notice that shit on nipples sticking out there when you're pulling.
Yeah, her boob actually came out of her shirt.
Yeah, I didn't notice it.
Don't really notice that till you get the Blu-ray.
Yeah, and I've watched this before, and yeah, I guess I was just focused in that time. And then they just slide around to the whole way. Here you
But I'm pretty sure I never noticed that on regular DVD and VHS.
go. Like,
Like
what the
even when we
hell?
were watching Alligator, like I remember I was saying like when I got the Alligator 4K, there's like a certain scene I could never see before where the gator is actually in the background and like once I finally saw it, I was like, holy shit, I never even knew about that scene, dude.
Yeah,
Like that's like, like good things about like upgraded like transfers in general.
yeah.
Like you're actually
Tom,
gonna start seeing things for the first time.
Tom's asking if we have the just desserts disc. I haven't got that.
Yeah, I have that actually from Synapse Films. It's a creep show documentary.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have that.
I've seen it. I've seen it, but that's one I don't have actually.
It's on YouTube too, actually. Like I believe it's uploaded on there. But yeah, like that's definitely like if you're a fan of creep show, that's definitely a must see right there. That documentary. I believe it's like a little over 2 hours long.
Yeah,
Could be
yeah.
longer, actually. I forget.
I got up into a room by an elf. She comes in there, and he's just getting ready. He's just gonna fucking backhand her over. You end up paying more child support. Now, how is that? Well, you backhanded the kid, now you owe more child support. What the fuck?
Nowadays, he be going to jail and
Yeah,
everything.
right. That's where
He would
that's where all
lose
the
his
money would get
job.
spent. His court
He would
fees.
get charged. Like they would look at his Facebook, and he would get charged for saying something that probably got exaggerated. That like you shouldn't even got in trouble for. He'll exaggerate something from like his social media. He'll get in more trouble there.
Yeah.
It's
That,
just funny how things work out nowadays compared to like back in this era.
yeah, that's where all the extra money would go. Not child support. It'd be court fees and all that and probation and all that shit. Have you seen the Cook unrated? Very gory. Really? I haven't seen the Cook yet either. Damn. The Cook. Have you seen the Cook, Sean?
The Cook?
Yeah. Russell's saying, have you seen the Cook unrated? I I no, I haven't seen it.
Why don't I see this comment? I gotta refresh real quick. Hold on.
You trust kids? Yeah, I guess. Sure, right.
I don't know anything about that, dude. The cook. Not ringing a bell.
Mm-mm. You graduate. The elves. And he's like, oh my god. No, Judy.
Like, she's confident with telling this fucking, elaborate story right now. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, I still would have went back to bed too. Like, all right, you're fucking crazy. You need to go back to bed right now.
The elves are killing the girls, yeah.
Yeah,
I guess you're right.
there ain't no little people running around here.
But then he notices the blood on her slippers. Like, oh shit. It was pretty bloody when they dragged her away.
It was pretty bloody when they dragged her away.
Hey, Gore, what's that? Santa looking figure behind you. That right there, that is Billy from Silent Night Deadly Night, and right below him is Ricky from Silent Night Deadly Night Part 2.
Man, we
Next,
got figures for those movies. That's crazy. So, like, you could actually set up a garbage day scene if you wanted to, like a garbage day diorama.
oh hell yeah.
Garbage day.
Yep, that's both of them hanging up there, man. We've got enough new, definitely enough new pickups now to do a vid. So I'm gonna do a new pickup vid here soon.
Yo, speaking of that, like Silent Night, Deadly Night, what is your favorite sequel in that franchise of movies?
Sequel? That's hard.
Like,
Probably the second one. You know,
okay.
and that's just
I
because
actually I
it's
like
just
part
fun.
5, The Toy Maker. The
Oh,
one
with
that came out in like
Mickey Rooney.
91. I think it's the
Well,
last movie in the franchise, but I
yeah,
like that
that's
one
what
a
Mickey
lot.
Rooney, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Mickey Rooney's in it.
Yeah,
The one
he's in
who
a long
talks
time.
shit on the first one, and then he ends up being in one of them.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. I always like that one. Like like the whole like aspect of like like a life size person is being built, but actually as like a toy robot. You know.
I actually have a story about the first Silent Night Deadly Night. And I told it before, but it may have been before, before you started watching, the watch before you started joining chat and all that. I haven't seen it with my mom when it first came out. I was like 11. Um, and believe it or not, I swear to God, he was coming here. And before the movie started, there was an old man, looked like it's probably the kid's grandpa, and a kid about 5 or 6 years old. Probably a kid about 5 or 6 years old in it. And you know that one scene toward the beginning when Billy and Ricky's parents get killed, the kid starts screaming and crying, man. And I always went, and I remember looking at it, even at 11 years old, going, "How the fuck did he bring this little tiny kid in here to watch it?" You could tell just by
But
the damn poster because, and
isn't
then
there
it was
like an open breast scene too? I think.
yes, yeah,
Doesn't he
because
like
he
rip
really
her
sold
shirt
that.
off and like
Yeah,
that gets like really rough for a kid under 13.
yeah. And then the next week is when it was banned and taken out of the theaters. I didn't see it the first week
Hey,
it was out. So yeah, man. But believe it or not, a dude took it. She had to have been 5, man. Takes this
yeah.
little girl in there. What the hell do you think he was taking her to see? It was called Silent Night Deadly Night, and the poster has a dude with an axe reaching up through the top of the damn chimney. I did
I
not
see.
understand that, man. I swear.
Juno's here.
Hey, Gino, how's it going, man?
Juno 2000's here. What's up, Juno?
But yeah, yeah, that's I never understood that. I told that before. It's been a long time. I figured it's probably before we started. Talking. Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. You can't put Megan up. You can't put Megan up against Doll. Hell no.
Dude, that is a creepy ass scene, man. With the doll-like creature in the attic there, but it's
Uh-huh.
it's actually a dead body. They got her all dressed up like a doll.
Mm-hmm. They're playing with it. They're having fun. Having a good old time. I respectfully disagree. Oh, better than Megan. Dolls is way, yeah, Doll's way better than Megan. Megan, man, Megan is so Todd, man. Megan is so I don't know. It's got such a mainstream feel to it that it just there's a certain part just in the trailer that turned me completely off of it. I won't even get into it. Since you like it, I'm not in the mood to be too outspoken, so I'll just be agreeable for now.
Yeah, like I actually liked Megan, but I can't. I don't know. I don't really compare it to any other films that might be similar, such as like Child's Play and even this Dolls. I don't compare it to that. I don't even see it being on that level. But I enjoyed Megan for what it was.
Plus,
Wasn't
I agree
crazy
on it.
about it, but I just like I remember I watched it on my tablet for free before I even went out and got the Blu-ray, and I just watched it all in one shot. Like I didn't want to stop watching it, so I that means I enjoyed it.
Well, plus the whole thing with me is I can't sit here and talk too much shit about it because I haven't seen it yet. So I'm not gonna sit
Yeah.
here and go, God damn it, sucks, because I haven't seen it. All I know is the trailer pissed me off. It made me roll my eyes, and I haven't even tried to watch it.
I mean,
So I
I
guess
don't
it's
know,
true.
dude. Like overall, I do understand where people are coming from with not liking Megan though. Like it's kind of hard to defend the movie, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Is it a worthy movie? Is it gonna like age well? Probably not. Honestly, it's probably not going to. But I enjoyed it for what it was.
I guess I should watch it, and then I can give an honest opinion on it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like I can't even recommend the movie. I just know I enjoyed it, but it seems like not a lot of people liked it, so I can't say go ahead and watch it.
I just over certain films over the last couple of years, it's turned me really against a lot of mainstream shit, man. It really has, and that's why I'm so
Yeah.
anti-mainstream these days.
I mean, I enjoyed the Black Phone, like when that came out. I enjoyed that.
There's not enough Ethan Hawke in it, man. It needs more of that character. It needs more of him in it. You know what I mean? I like the scenes with the kids and the teenagers and shit, but it needs more of the Ethan Hawke character, man. I was disappointed. It needed more of
I
him.
I agree with you. I can, the movie probably, yeah. Overall, the movie would have benefited more from that to have more of that character in the movie.
Yeah, I thought there'd be a lot more. I thought they'd take advantage of that, man, because Hawk would have killed it, man.
And you know what though? Like, wouldn't surprise me to see Blumhouse try and like pull a sequel out of that like next year. Like,
They
watch.
are. They are.
Are
They're
they? It's already
they're making
announced. Jesus Christ, Black
they're
Phone.
making a sequel to Black Phone. Yep,
So what's it
they
gonna
sure
be
is.
called? The Red Phone?
I don't know. Two Black Phones. I don't know.
They forgot about this red phone down there.
Maybe they'll go the aliens route with it instead of Black Phone. Be the Black Phones.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to dolls.
44 and a half minutes in case anybody's wondering.
Yeah. Yep.
That there was that one part during the trailer, Megan, that it just made me go, this is gonna be another one of those. So and I got, and maybe I've gotten too tainted. Maybe I've just gotten to where I'm already deciding whether shit's good or not before I even see it now. I think I'm starting to become a crabby old man. I'll be one of those old
I
guys saying, "Get the hell out of my damn yard, you damn kid."
Dude, it's a lot of modern stuff is like really hard to get behind. Like I can agree with you there, but I
Tom
don't
said,
know. Like I
he
feel
said,
like overall, like as like the years go on, I feel like there's usually at least like one or two worthy horror films to talk about every year. At least one or two.
right. Tom said,
Obviously, there's like more than that that get released every year, but overall, I feel like there's always at least one or two that's worthy of talking about every year.
he said it's gonna be called the payphone. It could cost you to get out.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Probably going to do some stupid crap like a reboot sequel to Nightmare on Elm Street. They bring out an 80-year-old Freddy Krueger going after Nancy. Oh my god. Well, shit, they would have to bring Nancy back to life first,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, unless it was a reboot. They already tried that one.
They brought back Candyman, so it's like, what's next?
I actually didn't hate the Candyman.
Either like I didn't hate it either, but I
Yeah, he
felt
was
like
good.
the end of it was like a little rushed.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like I'm like, as I'm watching it being rushed, it's like I'm asking myself, like, why? Why was the end of it rushed? Like I felt like it was kind of going good there until that happened, but it's not that I hate the end or anything. It just it unfolds way too fast. Like I just feel like they missed like a level of like adding a little bit more suspense to it
Right.
and not rushing that last bit. But that's just my opinion.
That just fucked you all up. The punch doll just talked to him. He's like, this chick is just like such a hag, man. I mean, it's just really, she's a haggish. You know what I mean? Just her
Well, that's
attitude makes
one
her
thing I could
so.
say about the new Candyman. Like the whole concept is really, it's actually really good. But I don't know. I feel like we could have got a different and better movie out of it.
Yeah, the sequels and reboots have gotten crazy. That's one of the reasons why I'm as tainted as I am with it. I think I'm so sick of these fucking remakes and that and shit. I just, oh my god, I won't even go there.
Tom over at Undead of Nights asking if we were fans of the movie Barbarian.
Yes,
Like that movie actually had me like on the edge of my seat the entire time, man. Like I really
I,
enjoyed that movie.
I actually did. I actually did like that. I had no idea what to expect when I seen it. You know what I mean? And I had no idea what it was gonna be, and I ended up liking it.
Yeah. I watched it by myself. Didn't really have much of like high or low expectations. I was like, I'm gonna finally sit down and watch this, and
Yeah,
the movie really like gripped me for a little bit there. Like, it really did, man. When it
yeah,
was time to like get below that house, man, it was like, oh shit, what's going on here?
that was a surprise. Yeah.
But I enjoyed that for what it was.
Oh shit, here they are.
Yeah, they're all lined up now. Man, dude, they are demented looking.
They're pissed. Now, I don't know what makes her fucking do this. She's
What,
gonna run and
jump out
jump.
the window?
She's gonna run and jump over them toward the window.
I don't know, but she took one for the team, I guess. Jumping out the window like that.
She just said, "Fuck it, I ain't gonna try."
Yeah, I would have probably kicked most of those dolls out of the way first and then tried to leave instead of jumping out the window.
I can understand jumping over them, but the only thing that was on the other side of them was that window.
I'm gonna jump out the window. That's my only option.
Fuck it. Yeah. Here it is. Here's my favorite part.
Dude, this mansion's so creepy, man.
Yeah.
The hallways are just not lit at all.
She's pushing around a stroller, the old woman is. It's like, what the fuck?
It's like one candle lit.
What was going on? Scary experience.
No, you know what other movie like kind of like gave me like the same vibe as like this movie because of like the atmosphere is the first Troll movie. Remember the
Yeah.
first Troll movie? How they're like in an apartment building and like each room there's like some fucked up shit going on because the trolls are slowly taking over the apartment building. And there's
Yeah.
like at one point there's like a giant Amazon forest in the fucking apartment. Like,
Yeah.
dude, like I remember when I saw Troll at a young age. Dude, that was really crazy to say.
I like Rumpelstiltskin too.
Didn't that come out in the early '90s or late '80s maybe?
Yeah. Yeah.
What year is that?
I think it was I think it was around 90 or so, something like that, maybe 89, 90.
Yeah. I remember seeing the VHS tape on the shelf at the video store.
That's hard to get a hold of now, man. I wish I could grab that DVD when I could a few months back because now if you do see it for sale, it's fucking outrageous. Somebody will re-release it.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
No, me, I don't have it on any format.
You know what movies I always saw on the shelf at the video store and I never rented? Remember the subspecies movies?
Yep.
The vampire
Yeah.
movies or whatever?
Part uh, part six is getting ready. I think either the fifth or the sixth one's getting ready to come out. Matter of fact, they just made it.
Okay.
Yep, they're coming out with another one, and Anders is playing Radu again, so it's the same dude playing him. Remember the
Oh
very first one?
shit.
He remember in the first one, his dad was played by Angus Scrimm.
Yeah.
That's one of the most hideous fucking looking vampires I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's definitely creepy. I
He's a
only had the first two movies, but yeah, there is like what, like 4 or 5 of them or something like that now.
There's that scene from my
Ah,
intro
the
where
eyeballs
her
fell
head
out.
and the eyeballs fall out. Yep.
I'm at that
Man says
scene right now when she's playing with her eyes.
man says this movie is creepy. Yeah, it definitely has a creep factor to it.
Yeah, I told you, man, you would like this movie.
Oh, she just caught his ass on fire. Like here's my favorite part of the whole film. Cut up right now. This is it.
Little people. The fucking dolls.
Yeah.
The
Little
fucking
fucking
dolls.
little fucking dogs. Yeah.
The fucking dolls everywhere.
She just, they're not appreciating that flower either.
They go up quick.
She's like, all right, you motherfuckers. But they get sick of her real quick. This one you see with it, they're not just dolls. There's actually living beings
Yeah,
inside there.
they're like little dead souls underneath.
I thought this would be a good pick, man. Right. That skeleton underneath there going.
Like that's impressive effect, especially for '80s.
Hell yeah, it is. Especially, I mean, the entire budget was 2 million. Was like $2 million.
Huh.
Here we go. Here's the toy soldiers. Check this part out, everybody. Check this out.
I think John Carl Buechler did the effects.
Yeah, some of them. Firing squad with the toy soldiers here. Boom. Oh.
Hey,
And then they go through all the way through it all the way again with the drums and everything. He raises the sword. You're ready? Aim.
Aim.
Wait
Fire.
till the drum roll's, wait till the drum roll's done. Yeah, he's a fire, and then the sword comes out. Fire. Oh, these motherfuckers are loaded. When you're doing the comments.
Yeah, you remember the movie Extra?
Mm-hmm.
Remember what the killer the killer soldier in that movie? Remember that? The life size killer soldier that comes in and kills the old lady in that movie?
Maybe.
Like, dude, that
Something like
movie's so hard to explain.
that. Yeah,
But
it
there's a
is.
killer soldier in that movie. It's like a life size soldier. He's like probably like 5'10", and he like shows up at at this house and like kicks down this lady's door and kills her with a bayonet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of the like the many bizarre things that happens in that movie Extra.
Oh, do you know? Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. But well, the experience. What happened with me with that film, man? It happened. God, many years ago, and but I was of adult age. That's what I was talking about. But I can't really. I'm going to tell you about that one kind of privately, man. I can't really. I'm not going to talk about it on the stream.
No,
It,
that's
it,
cool.
it involves some other things that I don't really want. When I was younger, more of a bad boy. But yeah, I will. I get with you on Instagram and tell you about it. Back in my wilder days, when I was such an old fuck.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's cool. Perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'll tell you about it too, man. Yeah, but it's just
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking about doing in the future? I'm thinking about doing a watch party for the Twilight Zone, the movie, because the 40th anniversary is coming up on like June 17th or something like that.
okay.
It's somewhere around there. So I'm thinking about maybe doing a watch party. Like, I know that's not a very popular movie with a lot of horror fans, but I figure it's the 40th anniversary. That's coming up in like the, what, few weeks.
Yeah.
Might do a watch party for that.
That opening story has a hell of a backstory to it too, man. That's where Vic Morrow and
Yeah,
those two kids were killed by that helicopter.
yeah, very unfortunate.
Crazy. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. It is.
it's very unfortunate that was what's his name, Vic Morrow, I think the actor.
Vic Morrow. Yeah.
That was his last movie. He got killed fucking making that movie. It's fucking
Him and those
crazy.
kids were chopped in pieces by the helicopter blade, man. Yeah.
But like that's like another reason why for years, like if you try to buy like any release for the Twilight Zone the movie, it doesn't come with no features. There's
Hmm.
no audio commentary, there's no
Damn.
interviews, there's nothing like that.
I like the remake that they did. That one. They're all the stories were basically remake stories from the old series. That last one with John Lithgow was like the one on the plane was the one that William Shatner did back in the series.
Dude, that terrified me when I was a kid watching that. That segment alone, like.
Yeah, the creature on the wing. Yeah.
But it's like the one that really like got me the most is like the little kid who can like if he like whatever he imagines he can like make it like really happen.
Yeah. That
Cause like
that comes in that
that
episode.
little when he pulls that rabbit out of the hat, dude, that shit scared the fuck out of me, dude, when I was a kid.
The episode that's taken from is a really good episode, man. I think it's called "It's a Perfect Day" or some shit like that. It's a really good one.
I think the
Really
only
good.
segment that's really like questionable in that entire movie is the kick the can one with the old people in the old folks home.
Yeah,
Like
that's kind
that's the only story that's like not really good. The other ones are all good, in
that's
my
kind of taken from
opinion.
Cocoon, kind of.
Yeah, Juno was just mentioning the Cursed Films Blu-ray or whatever.
Hmm.
They talk about that segment about the Twilight Zone.
Yep. Oh yeah, that Curse has got some pretty good episodes, man. You got Rosemary's Baby, and yeah, pretty decent show. The Exorcist, Poor Guys.
The only one I haven't seen is that
He went and showered and everything.
what's that documentary Into the Darkness or whatever it's called? I forget. There's
Um,
like 3 parts to it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's the only one I haven't seen. I haven't seen the first one, the second one, or the third one.
I have the first and second one. I haven't watched all the third one yet, but I have the first and second.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them yet.
Pretty good.
But they're so hard to get a hold of. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
They were playing all of them on Shutter.
well, I'm trying to buy the Blu-rays.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like that's what I'm talking about. Like trying to, get a hold of the Blu-rays a pain in the ass.
Yeah, the pre-orders is the
You
best way
gotta
to get
like,
those. They get
well, I
expensive.
saw like the plans that they have and everything, and it's just like I don't know. Like the one day I was like contemplating on actually like getting like one of the next package deals, and it would have been at least $300+, and I was like, I don't have that right now.
Right. Yeah. Part two had different ones. One was like a Elvira, another one was like a Linnea Quigley special. And yeah,
You know what actually made me laugh though? I saw like in the info, like it says also included with like your subscription. Apparently, you get your name in the credits. Like, why is
yeah.
my name in the credits? Like, why?
Right.
Like, I didn't make this. I didn't make this documentary. Like, why is my name in the credits?
Well, for helping them fund it, basically.
I don't know. I just think that was like a little silly when I was like reading that. Like, you get your name in the credits. I was like, well, okay.
Extra incentive. Just swinging it, just take this motherfucker, just tearing the whole place up, acting like a goddamn idiot. Now all of a sudden he's worried about his daughter. He's not. He's just an idiot. Psycho 2 turns 40 Saturday, huh? Damn. I
Yeah, it
haven't seen
is
that at the
true.
theater too. I
Yeah,
might see that
Psycho
over
2
there.
is 83.
Yeah, I seen that at the theater. Yep. I didn't see the third one at the theater, but I did see the second. That's another one of those that didn't get much appreciation for many years, but now it does. Yeah, that's his name is Scatman Crothers, and he was also a Hong Kong Phooey's voice, the old cartoon Hong Kong Phooey. Scatman Crothers. He is plays is only from The Shining. Yep. Yeah, and he's the one in that Twilight Zone. Yep, exactly. Scatman Crothers. He's also in
Scatman Crothers.
yeah, yeah. That was his name. He was in that Twilight Zone. He was in man
You
a
have
bunch of
the
shit. Bronco Billy with
um
Clint Eastwood.
Keith, do you have the movie called Deadly Eyes? Scream Factory released it.
No, I do not have that one. I seen it
It's
many
out
years
of
ago.
print now, but he's in
Has
that
been,
movie.
has been for a long time. That one was expensive.
Yeah, but Scatman Crothers is actually in that movie too. He's got a weird resume of movies.
He does.
Like he's been in like some oddball fucking movies, dude.
Minnesota. Yep, he sure was. He was too.
And that's actually considered a Canadian horror movie.
Huh. Gino's asking if you want to do a watch party for Creep Show 2.
For what?
Creep Show 2.
Yeah, actually, I would like to do a Creep Show 2 watch party maybe this summer. If not, maybe Halloween. So I would definitely say yeah, that's definitely in my sights for the future.
Figure it out. Lucky guess, that's all.
Actually, I think we were supposed to do that like a few months ago. I think we were supposed to do a Creep Show 2 watch party, and I canceled it because JT didn't show up. So yeah, definitely want to do a Creep Show 2 watch party at some point though.
Yeah, I always enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll fix him.
Yeah, man, this is a short one.
Is when you find out what they are. Scott Crothers was, yep, he's also one for the cuckoo's nest. Yep, exactly. Gino's got nice film knowledge, man. I didn't realize it until I made the Extra 3 film discussion with him. I didn't realize he had such, that much knowledge.
See, everything the toy maker is saying, like he's actually like teaching our like all viewers should really take a lesson from like what he's saying in this moment.
Mm-hmm. Basically, a witch and a warlock, man.
So he's gonna get turned into Mr. Punch now.
Yep. Yeah, it is underrated, Todd, for sure.
Crazy ass effects here, too, man.
They just shrunk his ass down. So there we go. You broke the old one, now you'll be the new one, motherfucker. How about that?
Nice replacement.
What a little Dickens you are, Mr. Punch.
Spiffier.
Yeah, yeah.
Spiffier. You do look spiffier.
They're just standing fucking laughing at him. He's trotting this doll. They're fucking cackling at him.
Creepy ass laugh.
Yeah, they're yeah.
Creepy
Witchcraft,
ass old people laugh. Ha 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 ha.
witchcraft, basically. Yeah,
Ha 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 ha.
yeah, because he called her. He said, "You old witch," and then that's when the old man said, "He figured it out." It's kind of a fucked up story they tell, but
I think I'd be asking that question too the next day, waking up after that night. I'd be like, what the fuck happened?
yeah, it's kind of a sad story that they tell her about how they kind of just stuff, and she knows that this note don't sound like her dad. You know what I mean? He said they got him sounding much nicer than what he really was.
Yeah,
Like
it's like I don't know, like the old people, like they deliver the news properly, though. You know what I mean? It's kind of convincing.
you know, Chief Wooden, yeah, Chief Wooden.
I don't know if I can argue with this guy right now. I'd be like, all right, like he just You fucking just told us the deal. That's it.
Yeah. I was never a good father, I know.
Now they're gonna read the made-up letter, I guess.
Hope that you will have a much happier life than with your mother, not moving to another country and changing our name. Give you enough money for a plane ticket. Love your father. We'll be back ever? Nope. Aren't you lucky? And she's still kind of sad about it, you know what I mean? That's an unconditional love of a child, man.
It is
But you
amazing though how
know,
this little girl carries this movie for the
yeah,
most part.
he took the dude right, but he's like, wait a minute, he just didn't seem that nice to me.
He wanted to see the letter and threw that shit in the fireplace.
Here he said that's funny because he just didn't seem that generous to me. Yeah, thanks for the ride, lady. Thanks for the ride. That's another 10 grand, Mrs. Lansing. Another 10 grand.
Thanks for the ride, lady.
Yeah,
Hey, lady. Thanks for the ride.
yeah. Finally, his mouth all fucked out. He goes, "Thanks for the ride, lady."
Thanks for the ride, lady.
Oh, fucked up.
After his face is all smashed in, he can't even talk. He doesn't even have a jaw anymore. It's just his tongue hanging out.
You see a tongue go, "Hey,
Yeah.
yeah."
Thanks
Can't
for
understand
the
himself.
ride, lady. That is such a fun fucking movie.
The whole new girl, Mrs. Lansing. That's another 5 grand. She probably just ends up losing.
Surprised the little girl doesn't point out that the punch doll has the same pajamas that her dad was wearing.
Right. So long, short stuff. It sounds like her dad. She's like, whoa, and look at him. He's like, oh, well, fuck it. Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's go. She was off her feet there for a minute, and he was running so fast. He had her by the arm, and her feet weren't even touching the ground for a second.
It's like this old like the old guy basically just gave him some unauthorized permission to adopt this little girl. Basically, it's basically what just happened here.
Take her to her mother. Her mother's gonna be like, who in the hell is this fucking guy? Where'd you find this motherfucker? Guessing Gordon would have followed this film by following Ralph and Carrie when they leave the house. Yeah. However, he could have had a new family enter the house and enter the doll. Well, yeah. Well, at the very end here, remember, a car pulls up and shit. Yeah, he's getting the fuck out of there. He's like, come on, kid, let's go. Oh, for you married? No. Ever wanted to be? Yeah, no, I don't know. Have you ever been to Boston? Yeah. You like my mother. She's young and very pretty. Ralph? Yes, dude. Ever wanted a daughter? And there they all are.
Oh shit! They got all turned into dolls.
Look at each other like, what the fuck just happened? Oh my
They're
god.
all just creepy ass dolls now.
The head twitching.
Here comes the next fucking
I don't know if
couple
that's
of
a remake or not.
shitheads.
I don't think that's a remake. I mean, it might be, but if it is, it's very loose.
Was this set up for a sequel?
Just kind
I
of leaves you
mean,
with the idea that this is the next group of dolls or whatever.
this has got a creepy score, man.
Yeah, Actual score is done by a dude named Busby Morse.
Well, that's Dolls.
Oh yeah. Hopefully, it was enjoyed by everyone that hadn't seen it. I've never met anybody that didn't like it, so you know what I mean. But I thought it'd be a good idea to do it, do it. But hell yeah, if you try to get on physical media, go for the DVD or the 101 films, or there's getting ready to be a new, um, I think it might be a 2K scan maybe from Arrow. It comes in a package with a bunch of other movies. Um, but the Screen Factory, until they come out with a 4K or whatever, you definitely don't want to pay what they want for the Screen Factory.
Yeah, I mean, it
Even,
is tough to find even a DVD copy of Dolls is expensive. So
well, the 101 films you can get the 101 Blu-ray you can get for 15, $16. But the Screen
yeah,
Factory,
I forgot about that. You probably could get that for about that price now.
I
Forgot
think they
about
still
that.
sell it from the site.
I think I paid like maybe $20 for mine when it first came out.
Yeah. No, I didn't think that it had anything to do with it. I thought I thought if it did, it had to be really loose. The 2019.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was the one and only. So have you thinking about what you might? This was my choice about what you might want to do next week, or just want to discuss it over the next couple of days.
Um, Another movie for next week. All right.
My pick for the week after that, I think, is going to be Just Before Dawn, maybe.
Just Before Dawn.
Yeah,
I'd be down with that.
you do Just Before Dawn next week, man.
Yeah, I have that too. I have it on Blu-ray.
That's an underrated motherfucker, dude. That's a good one.
Yeah, I've seen it like 2 times now. I think I've seen that. I first seen it like maybe like 10 years ago, and then I bought the Code Red Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
But
Thanks,
yeah,
thanks, man.
that's pretty much like a camp slasher too. So I'm definitely down to watch that.
Hey, Slasher Fred joined us too. Evil
So
Dawn
what we'll do this next Tuesday 10 o'clock, right? We're gonna
next
I guess
Tuesday.
put that
Yep.
put yeah you'll put together the stream for Just Before Dawn. Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. Yeah. So, anybody who hasn't seen the early '80s cult classic slasher Just Before Dawn, anybody wants to check it out with us, be next Tuesday's will be next Tuesday's watch along with me and Sean here on for the horror of it. Oh, thanks for joining Slasher Fred. Appreciate it, man. Cult
Yeah,
classic.
that's the release I have right here.
Yeah. I have that one. I have the let's see. I have the Code Red one, and I have the A8 Plymouth
But yeah, definitely down to give this a watch again.
one. Oh yeah, always been a
And
fan of it.
if you want to maybe the following week, if you want to do Humongous or something like that,
All right, cool.
I'd be down to follow that up with Humongous. Or if you got something else in mind, you want to switch it around, I'm open to that. So
Oh,
it's
hell.
whatever you
I
want to do.
mean, Humongous sounds great to me. That's one of my favorite films. It holds so much nostalgia for me. So yeah, that'll work, man. That'll
All
work.
right, man.
Um,
We'll look at the chat
th-
here.
thanks everybody for showing up, man. I appreciate it. I'll go ahead and run through some shit that's coming up for me here real quick, and then I'll let you plug a couple things. Here soon, probably Sunday night, I'm going to be doing a physical media collection update. I got a few things now, and I can really show it off. Earlier that night, Sunday night, anyone who hasn't seen my stream with American Werewolf in New Jersey, where we're doing right now, we're in the middle of season 2 of Penny Dreadful. we're gonna be reviewing episodes 5 and 6 of season 2 over on his channel, American Wolf from New Jersey. Go check that out. Check out his channel. Go subscribe to him. Um, and then no, the physical media collection is going to be before that. And then Sunday night at 8 will be the American Wolf. And then Sunday night at midnight will be. I'm thinking of doing Intruder from 1989 that night. And then Monday, I'm going to be doing opera, and it will be my final Italian slash yellow watch along. I was going to do it this past Monday. Sorry once again to those who were there, but I'm doing it this coming Monday at 11 o'clock. And then next Tuesday, a week from today, June the 6th, it'll be me and Sean back here for the Orbit episode 10, and it will be just before dawn. So I do believe 1981.
Yeah, I think
Do
you're right.
you,
81.
you got anything you want to plug?
No, just like I haven't figured out. Like I got to do a poll on my channel to figure out the next movie I'm gonna do a watch party for, but I'll figure that out soon. But like other than that, just want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with us to watch Dolls tonight. This is definitely, it's
Absolutely.
I'm really enjoying doing Tuesday nights with you now, doing this.
Cool,
So
man.
like
Yeah,
next week we'll do Just Before Dawn, and then maybe follow that up with Humongous, and yeah, I'm looking
good, man.
forward to that. So
Cool, man. Sounds good. Well, that is Sean Blue Digital, and I am GoreAphobe. Thanks to everybody for stopping through. Don't forget to leave us that thumbs up if you enjoyed the movie, if you enjoyed the stream. Catch us next Tuesday, once again at 10 o'clock. We'll be doing Just Before Dawn. And I guess the only thing left to say is that's Sean Blue Digital. I am GoreAphobe, and you guys are not. Have a great night.
take care, everyone.